Today is February 17th, 2026, and my goodness, I have a lot that I want to talk about today. Um, I kind of woke up today thinking, like, oh, I want to talk about this, and then the day has just gone somewhere. And now I have like five different topics that I wanted to talk about. Um, the first is if I get more stressed over the months, like within the next like month, if I get like incredibly stressed, um, I know why. I'm not telling you why because it's a little personal information. Not in a weird way. Just something's happening in my personal life and I don't want to share it because this is the internet and it's forever. So fun. So that's gonna be so much fun. Um, that incredibly stressful thing is gonna be happening right at midterms. Yay! I'm gonna have a big project due right at that point where it's gonna be the most stressful thing in my life. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Um, yeah. So that's gonna be fun. Speaking of midterms, I did some field work today because that's something that I have to do for one of my projects, and it was interesting. I chose my local library. Not much happened, but at the same time, a lot of stuff happened. So I have like 3 pages worth of notes that I have to make into longer, like a longer information, like expand on everything. So I'm trying my hardest here to do that. And I'm like, okay, how long can this paper be? Because at the current rate I'm going, it's gonna be a lot of pages. It's going to be like 18 pages currently. So, that's a little bit of writing that I have to do, and include pictures. It's a whole thing. I'm not enjoying it. It'll be something else. Uh, it'll be a new experience. New experience. That's what we're gonna call that now. Um, just kind of get it out of the way because I know we've hit the 2 minute mark and apparently not a lot of people watch past 2 minutes, so I don't have to be as coherent once we hit this point. I have a lot of school stuff tomorrow. Like tomorrow is gonna be like the busiest day because I have something for one of my classes due, and then we have an art gallery. So I want to check that out because that's gonna be cool as heck, right? I got an email about it. I'm checking that out. Okay, so that's gonna take up time, and then tomorrow starts Lent. Now I'm not sharing too much about my faith because I'm 19. I know literally nothing. Alright? I barely know what I believe. Right? But I do participate in Lent because I do feel like giving something up for like an extended period of time is useful and helpful. So I do have things that I'm giving up. That's gonna start tomorrow. That's starting tomorrow. When I'm on campus all day. And I'm giving up two of my major sources of entertainment for 40 days. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that this will kind of help expand my attention span because I'm going to be trying to give up social media. I'll still make these videos, so that won't affect that. And then, those of you who don't know, I read a lot of fan fiction. A lot of fan fiction. It's basically like a free book online, and you don't have to wait for a copy of it. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. So I'm going to try to be toning that down. I don't know how well that's going to go because I've been reading fan fiction since I was like 12, 11, 12, somewhere in there. So I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. It might just end up being social media. That's that really. The main topic that I wanted to talk about is I've noticed that I don't focus enough on the present. I try a lot of the times when I say like, oh yeah, I want to be a teacher in the future, or I want I really want to be a nice person in the future. I really want to be able to do all this stuff, but I always think about that in the future, and I don't think of like what I have to do in the present to get there, right? Like, oh, I have to be a teacher. Okay, what am I doing now to be a teacher? Nothing, right? Or like, what am I doing now to be kind? Not nearly as much as I should, right? So that's kind of like what I've been thinking about a lot today, because I'm not a very present person, right? My head's always in the clouds. It's in places it probably shouldn't be. I'm not very good at being in the moment, right? I'm always thinking about the future or imaginary scenarios. So I really want to be better about that, and that means that I have to start now. So this kind of ties into the Lent, right? So I'm taking away like my biggest sources of like entertainment and escapism in the hopes that it'll help me like not need those as much, because I do think that you can be addicted to the internet. I think that that is something that is very, very common nowadays, and I don't like the fact that I am, right? There's a lot of things that I am addicted to, right? I I don't want to be reliant on the internet and social media to keep myself entertained when humans have lived for thousands of years having other ways of entertainment, you know? So I starting tomorrow, because of course it's going to be in the future, that's what I'm going to be doing with Lent, basically, because it's like 40 days. I'm going to try not to be using Instagram or anything related to social media unless I'm making like a video here, right? I'm going to try not to be watching YouTube videos unless like I need to for school. And I'm going to try not to read fan fiction. I'm going to try and read like actual published books. That's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. A lot of fan fiction I think is well written enough to be published, but there's a different feeling where like you're staring at a page rather than you're staring at your phone. So yeah, I managed to make it through all 5 of my topics. I wrote them down. I'm not showing you them because I don't want you guys to judge my handwriting, but I made it through all of them. So uh, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be really, really busy for me. So when you guys see me, I'm going to be incredibly tired, and I'm probably not gonna make much sense, but that's okay because I don't make much sense anyway. So I guess if you want to figure out how that happens, check back in tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll see how I am. Probably not well, not very well, but that's okay. Yeah. So I'll see you guys then. Well, I'll make a video then you'll learn then. But yeah. So until next time you watch a video of mine, or until never, because I don't know you people. So bye bye.